Previously on Stingers.
Mac's been named as a suspect in Murray's murder.
You're kidding. I've been suspended.
Shit, that's Andrew Bly. What's he doing here?
Internal affairs.
Get rid of all this stuff, right? Everything to do with Operation Xena, clear it.
I'm not here as IA. I've been appointed to head up undercover in Mackenzie's absence.
Detective Shelley Oates, this is Andrew Bly, acting head of undercover. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm going to have to pull you out of homicide and close down this Operation Xena, Angie.
Mac, I'm positive he didn't recognise me.
I want you aboard the Murray case. This file's not to leave this office. Angie Piper.
They're photocopies. That's all I could get.
I need to see the whole file on Murray, not just a few pages.
I know. It was hard enough getting these.
You've got access to it.
Yeah, I got access. But Love keeps them in his office. He's paranoid about security on this. He's made it very clear I'm to work off the main file, no photocopies.
How strong is the case against me?
Pretty strong. He's taken it to the DPP.
Already?
Mac, as soon as I can get the file, I will. All right, but you know what Love's like.
Yeah, it's just, you've got to work on him.
He's weighing me up. He's trying to decide whether he can trust me, whether I'm someone who's willing to play for the other side or not.
The meter's ticking, you know.
Mac, we will get him.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't have you arrested.
I'm not breaking the law.
Don't bullshit me. What do you think Detective Inspector Love would say if he knew you'd been watching his house all night?
Well, why don't you go and ask him?
I might just do that. And while I'm at it, I might ask him how he feels about having an undercover cop in homicide. So why do you have Angie Piper in homicide?
Well, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Try me. 2 lattes, thanks, love.
Angie Piper is investigating Harry Love's involvement in the murder of John Murray.
The guy you're charged with killing.
Harry Love paid Murray to drug me. Then he took me to a motel and took photographs of me to look as though I was shooting up. Now, he did that so he'd have a clear run at the homicide job. When I went looking for Murray, Love killed him. Now he's trying to frame me for the murder. Like I said, I don't expect you to believe me.
We were in armed robbery, Harry and I. Did you know that?
No.
About 9 or 10 years ago. The 2IC's position came up for grabs. I was senior, more experienced. More years in the job, more collars. Everyone thought I was a shoo-in. Except for Harry. Harry wanted that job.
What happened?
I pulled out of the race.
Why?
Harry took me aside, told me I was going to withdraw, told me why. Times have changed. Nowadays, it doesn't matter so much, but it did back then. Being gay is not such a big deal these days.
So he blackmailed you?
And I withdrew. He got the job, I got a transfer. Harry loves a sociopath. His career means everything to him. He can't tell right from wrong as far as that's concerned. So, you tell me that he drugged you to get a promotion. I believe you. You tell me he killed someone. I think. Yeah. Harry'd do that.
What are we going to do?
I'm going to look into it.
Look into it. It inspires me with confidence, Andrew.
And you're going to keep right out of it.
That's not possible.
It's bad enough you've got one of your people in there. If I'm going to do anything, it's going to be by the letter of the law, not by the accused running her own rogue operation. So you're going to go home and you're going to drop this right now. Don't test me, Alan.
Thanks for the coffee.
So I'm going to say this once. Any and every activity you may be conducting regarding Harry Love is to stop now. Everything. Harry Love is 25 years in this force. His record is absolutely unblemished.
So that makes him untouchable?
No. It means this is a job for internal affairs. The point is, this is their job, not yours. And if I do bring them in, it'll be because I think it's justified. We're going to do this my way.
Which is?
For you people to stay away from Harry Love. Understood?
Is that it? You finished?
You've all got work to do. Piper. My office, now.
You're not going to pull me out?
Not at this stage. We don't want to risk tipping him off that we've been watching him.
So, how do you want me to proceed?
I want you to keep a log. Every move he makes, every phone call. If he is manufacturing evidence or burying it, I guarantee you he's going to make a mistake. It could be the tiniest detail, but he will slip out.
Yeah, but that could take weeks. What if I could get you something from the Murray file?
You're to go nowhere near the Murray file. If you lay a finger on it, it could taint every bit of evidence in it against Love. And I don't need to remind you what kind of a result that could be for Mackenzie. Not to mention yourself. It's called perverting the course of justice.
But Mac needs a result now. You know he's already gone to the DPP.
We're going to build this case my way. You stay away from that file. Clear?
Clear.
I still think you're undervaluing the material. Murray was blackmailing her. She killed him.
It's circumstantial. The DPP won't proceed on that basis.
Oh, come on, Paul. You've moved on less than this before today.
Harry, not when a senior police officer's involved.
Come on, son. What's going on?
I just needed the Murray file. Thought you'd gone out.
Why do you need it?
I've got some information to add to it. Thought you might be interested. I've been doing some checking on Mackenzie. She's got a colourful past. Internal Affairs investigated her at one stage. Accusations of corruption.
Yeah. I knew that. So it's worth entering the records. What else did you find out about it?
Still digging. Word is her old unit's on shaky ground, though.
Yeah, they're a law unto themselves. They should have been shut down years ago.
Well, this is our opportunity. I reckon we can bury them.
First, we've got to convince the DPP, and we haven't managed to do that yet. We've got a bit more work to do. I want you to look through these financial records of Murray's and Mackenzie's. There's bank statements, credit cards. Now find out if there's any correlation between amounts exiting Mackenzie's account with amounts entering Murray's.
Blackmail payments.
Yeah, that should satisfy the DPP.
I'll get right onto it. I've had a look. I don't think there's anything for you to worry about.
Yeah, nothing jumps out. Talk about a debt spiral.
You should see my last statement.
Hang on, this one here on his credit card statement.
Which one?
That was the day that I went to go see him at his flat.
Gut Lake Holdings for services, $400. That's a sizable purchase for Murray.
It is. Worth me checking out, I'd say.
Nah, it's better if I look into it. Mac loves all over this. But he is starting to give me more leeway. I think he might be starting to trust me now.
Good.
I read a report on you, though. Gave you a real serve. Secretive, anti-authoritarian, hated by everyone in the unit.
Charming.
Oh, it wasn't hard.
Is there anything else?
Bly said he is prepared to let me keep working the operation, but he needs hard evidence before he's going to move on Love. Problem is, if we do things his way, Love will be retired before we get anything.
Bly had a run-in with Love a few years ago. He's not a fan.
Yeah, well, he's not a fan of the units either.
Trust him if you have to.
I hope it doesn't come down to that.
Me too. I'll see you.
Gut Lake Holdings. It's some sort of service company. Yeah, that's right.
Eye candy.
What?
Gut Lake Holdings. Trading as eye candy escorts in Fitzroy.
Thanks.
Not that I'm intimately acquainted with the establishment, of course.
Of course.
Transcripts ready, Campbell?
I'll get them, sir.
Anything of value in those statements?
I'm sifting through, but nothing's jumping out.
If you find anything, you bring it straight to me.
Yes, sir. Stacey Ray?
Got a girl's extra, sweetie.
Ah, yeah. Not girl to girl. Heart to heart. John Murray.
Never heard of him.
Come on, you think I'd be asking if I didn't know the real answer?
Just a client?
A regular?
Every month or so?
He was murdered. You didn't know.
Why would I?
Stacey, I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Look, it had nothing to do with
Yeah,
you.
right. When did you last see him?
Early last month,
The 3rd?
I guess.
Well, tell me about it.
We went to his apartment, we did it, that's it.
Oh, come on, Stacey. I know there's something you're not telling me. Now tell me the truth.
I would have come to the police about it. The guy's a smack dealer. Guys like him are always copping strife.
What's strife?
I was in the bathroom. I heard a knock at the door. There were voices, angry, you know. So I hid behind the door.
What happened?
A guy and a woman came in. She was going off her head.
Did you get a good look at her?
Looked through the crack in the door. Saw her all right.
Okay, would you know if you saw her again?
Not a clear view. The guy with her called her Mac.
Okay, all right. Then what happened?
This Mac's gone off her nut at Murray. Tells him she's going to kill him.
What?
I didn't even know she was really going to do it.
Are you sure that's what she said?
Positive. She said she was going to kill him.
She works for an escort agency. He paid by credit card over the phone. What's with all this?
No, your enemy. I've been watching him.
Yeah, day and night by the look of it.
Did you get a name?
I did more than that. I spoke with her.
And?
She claims she was there at the flat when you went to see Murray.
She was there.
Hiding in the bathroom. She also claims you threatened to kill him. She says she saw you and she heard you say it. Mag, is this something Harry Love set up? Has he dug this girl up from somewhere and paid her to spin this story?
Murray was holding out, refusing to give information. I got a little bit angry with him.
He didn't threaten to kill him.
I said that he was dead and that I'd bury him. Now, there's a big difference between that and saying you're going to kill someone.
To us, maybe, not to Harry Love or the DPP.
No, he builds a case of lies against me and then he finds a genuine witness who puts me right in the frame. He's not going to believe his luck.
He's not going to hear about it.
Can you reveal the inspector is a true member of your case, was involved in the John Murray murder?
What I can confirm is that the individual charged with the murder of John Michael Murray is a senior police officer.
A female police officer?
Yes, a female police officer, but look, that's all I'm willing to say at the moment. As you know, the identity of the individual concerned has been suppressed by the court. Thanks for your time.
Let's get back to work, shall we?
We'll keep you up to date.
Just interested in seeing where the case is at.
I have it in hand, Stone. I hope you can say the same about whatever investigation it is you're supposed to be working on.
Off you go, desk jockey, back to your phone. I've had enough of this crap. I'm gonna do it.
Hi.
Morning, Oates.
Well, good morning, sir.
Credit card statements.
Oh, yeah, I had a look at them last night. Nothing stood out.
Is there anything to suggest that Murray came into some money? Any major purchases?
Oh, there are a couple, but they all seem pretty straightforward.
Well, let's take a look at them.
Sir, some guy says he's got information on the Murray murder. He doesn't want to talk to anyone but you.
All right.
It's line 3. Do you want it recorded?
No. Detective Inspector Love,
You're the bloke I just saw on TV, right?
have you got something for me?
Is there a reward?
No rewards for information leading to conviction are decided by the government. There is no reward in this case, mister.
Call me Trev.
I can't help you with a reward, Trev.
But I do have access to discretionary funds for good information.
How much?
Depends what you got.
I saw who pushed that guy under the car.
Do you think you can identify this person?
Oh, yeah. No problems.
Then I think we should meet.
Me too.
Anything in it?
Well, possibly. It's worth a look. I'm going to be out for the rest of the day. I want a full report on those credit card transactions by the time I get in tomorrow morning.
Be ready first thing.
I'll see you then. Love? Oh, if it could possibly wait, Commissioner. Right, sir. I'm on my way up.
That file you've been looking for? I've got it. But, I can't get away, Max, so you're gonna have to come and get it. Like now.
Morning, Senior. Can I help you?
Yes, I've come to hand in my passport as part of the bail conditions.
You'll need to fill this in.
How did you get it?
Love's finished for the day. Copy it and I'll come by tonight and pick it up.
You've done it now.
Or maybe they'll let us share a cell.
If I knew you were paying us a visit, I'd have ordered the croissants.
I came to hand in my passport. Do you want to see the receipt?
You should have left it alone, Ellen.
So was it worth it?
Worth it.
All this. Drugging me, killing Murray, setting me up for the murder. All this for the head of homicide. See, I just can't imagine why you would want it so badly. Why, Harry? Have you thought about what you're going to do when it's all gone? Because it will go, Harry. You will have nothing left. I'm not going to let you win.
We'll see about that.
You're the one who should have left it alone, Harry.
Comes. You got him? Just starting to think he wasn't going to show.
It's just one phone call he can't afford to ignore.
Sorry I'm late. Unexpected meeting.
You must be an important man.
You like wide open spaces, do you, Trev?
Let's just say I prefer to meet out here than a busy street corner.
You were there.
He's going to see me mum. She's sick.
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
Wasn't a pretty sight. Watching him being skittled by that car.
What else did you see?
I saw her push the poor bastard.
You? Recognised you on TV last night.
Fascinating. I'm wondering why you didn't report it to the police when it happened.
Oh, let's just say I'm not a friend of the constabulary.
Ah, man with a record. Maybe an outstanding warrant.
Maybe one or two.
Weeds. So, you see this as a chance to start afresh, I suppose.
Oh, I figure it's worth 10 grand. It's not every day you see the head of homicide push a guy under a car and then arrest another cop for murder.
No, you don't. You know why? Because it didn't happen. I wasn't on that street corner. I wasn't even in that part of town when it happened. But you did see someone push Murray into the path of that car.
It was the female police officer charged with his murder.
He's not buying it.
I know what I saw, mate.
I know who I saw. It was you. And if you don't think it's worth anything, I'll go and find someone who does.
You do that.
You got 24 hours. Then I will.
I hope your mother gets better soon.
He's a cold prick. Let's nail him.
And he never looked like taking the bait.
Didn't seem to buy a word Pete said. Angie's right, you know. This stuff is mostly circumstantial.
Oh, staged.
Yeah, we know it's staged, but how do you prove it?
You can't. All you can do is put in the jury's mind that Love's capable of manufacturing this stuff.
I found out he started his career in forensics.
Yeah?
He used to be a photographer.
Interesting.
Think he'd miss a couple of these?
He's got multiple copies, shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I'm going to keep these. Better get this back to his office.
That'd be great, thanks.
Just because Love didn't go for it straight up doesn't mean he's going to ignore it.
Danny, believe me, he didn't buy it. Don't tell me he's off the phone. I thought he had a thing grafted to his head. Here's trouble.
Busy?
Flat out. Trying to find ways to help Mac out, which is more than some people seem to be doing.
I've explained to you how this operation is to proceed. Any plan of your own you may have in mind, forget. Bly? Yeah? Right. I'll be right over. Detective Inspector Love wants to see me. Any idea what it could be about?
Excuse me, sir? Detective Inspector Bly's here to see you.
Oh, show me. Hey, Andrew?
Harry?
Shelley, please stay. Take a seat. This was taken yesterday afternoon. Not one of your undercover boys, is he, Andrew?
No, never seen him before. What makes you think he's one of mine?
Or loyalty to their old boss, not wanting to let you know what's going on?
I keep him on a tight leash. So what's this fellow been up to?
I'm trying to sell some information. But if he's not one of yours, then I've wasted your time. Sorry. Thanks for coming down.
No problem.
Interesting situation you heading up undercover. Didn't think you were a fan.
I'm not.
Want me to check this guy out, sir?
No. I'll take care of it.
You guys have underestimated Love from the start. This is his game. His rules, not yours.
We had to do something.
No, you didn't. You leave this investigation to me.
With respect, what exactly are you doing?
I'm piecing together a case. Were you aware that Love phoned Murray on the day he was killed? I didn't find that out by undertaking some fancy undercover operation. I found it out by grafting my ear to the phone.
There's a woman here to see you. Says you spoke to her about the John Murray murder.
And she can positively identify Mackenzie?
She says she got a clear look at her, yeah.
And she heard Mackenzie threaten to kill Murray?
Apparently.
When did you have in mind to share this nugget with me? I expressly told you I wanted to be kept informed of every development.
You also told me we need something to convince the DPP.
So?
The woman's a prostitute. All right, I wanted to find out more about her before I briefed you. I didn't want to build her up to find out she was some junkie or an unreliable witness.
Well, is she?
Not as far as I can tell, no.
All right, fair enough. And you got all this from the credit card record?
That's right.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well, we've got ourselves a star witness. Not even the DPP can sit on their hands now. Let's have a chat with her.
Yes, sir.
What exactly did she come in for?
Money. She thought she might be able to squeeze a bit more out of me. Luckily, she didn't have anything new to say.
But she did stick to her story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's the kind of witness we all dream about. Love's already sent her statement to the DPP. He's pressuring them to have the trial brought on quickly. Look, I better get out of here.
You reckon there's any way we can convince him that Trev's a genuine threat? By the time Bly gets enough to sink Harry Love, Mac will be out on parole.
What do you think about Trev?
I reckon Love would have to be worried about him.
Worth another shot, then.
Yeah. See ya.
Good work, Ange.
Homicide. Hold the line, please.
Let's have this one.
Sir? That guy you saw yesterday, Trev, he's on the phone. He wants to talk. He's pretty insistent.
All right, put him through.
Line 4.
You're wasting my time, Trev.
Do you know a barrister called Barry Hagan?
Have you got a point?
Yeah, well, I read in the papers that he's defending the cop you're trying to frame. I set up an appointment with him in the morning. He don't know what it's about. Yet.
Give him my regards.
Shit.
It's my office.
Sir?
Door. Sit down. I've been watching you, Shelley. Closer than you might think. And I've had a discreet chat with one or two people who've worked with you in the past. It's more to you than meets the eye. You're a lot like me. You're ambitious, you're tough, loyal. You're a woman in a hurry.
Is that a problem?
No. Not as far as I'm concerned. You've got a lot of potential, but that won't get you to the top. You need friends, well-placed friends.
Friends like you?
Well, the ones I have are close. They help me, and I help them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't have a problem with anything you've said. We want the same things.
Good. Good. Now, this Trev, I don't want you telling anyone about him, unless I okay it.
He's got information regarding Mackenzie, hasn't he?
Possibly. But I'll tell you what you need to know when you need to know.
Okay.
Guess who? Hello? Yeah? Yeah, I can find that. Yeah, when? No worries. See you there. Bastard bought it. Wants to do business. I'm meeting with him this afternoon. I think we're gonna finally nail this prick.
Danny.
Mac, looks like Love's taken the bait. We might have him.
He's going to meet Pete. Where?
The old railway yards at Spotswood.
When?
An hour.
Okay, watch your backs, Danny.
Yeah, will do.
We're on.
It's good.
Whatever happens in here, you remember our discussion.
Absolutely.
What's with the chick? Did you bring the money?
No.
Where is it?
There's not going to be any. I'm not paying you a cent. I know what your game is, Trev. I know who you are.
Shit.
I admire your loyalty, really, I do. But Mackenzie's not worth the grief you've landed yourself in. You're going to be charged with conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. Bad luck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. The prostitute in Murray's flat. She said there was a man with Mackenzie when she threatened to kill him. So after you called, I went to see her, showed her your photo. She didn't hesitate. Attention to detail. Remember that.
I'm sure she will, Harry.
Ellen, I thought you'd have had more sense than to get yourself involved in all of this. Still, something else to add to your charge sheet.
Detective Inspector Bly and myself were on our way to get a warrant to search your house.
Hoping to find what exactly?
The photographs of me in the motel? The enlarger used to develop them has a flaw in its lens. It leaves its own little signature on everything it develops. Do you own an enlarger, Harry?
You've been in my house.
That'd be illegal.
See, that's why we need the search warrant. And if we find a lens that has that same flaw...
Well, you'd have to submit photos from the Murray file itself to get a warrant. And you don't have access.
I do.
Shut up, Shelley.
It's Angie, actually.
We can take my car, Harry.
Attention to detail, Harry. I told you you should have left it alone.